good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Everybody, welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. That's right. It is Monday. It is November 21st. It is Thanksgiving week, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to talk about my weekend and then get to my guest real quick. Friday night, I got together with my daughter and her future mother-in-law, Ro. We actually went out to dinner in Rockville Center. That was nice. Saturday, I was supposed to go into Manhattan to meet my friend Sasha. And Sasha and I are in Recipes for Love together with Daniel Baldwin and Nick Totoro. And we were supposed to get together. And unfortunately, you know, sometimes you make plans and God laughs. So it didn't happen. So I ended up just staying home and really just relaxing and chilling and staying warm because it's been really, really cold here in New York. And then Sunday's laundry day. I did laundry. I watched football. And then I was actually here last night with Limo Talk and the guys with Graz and Rich and Bobby Inns. And it was a great show. I have to say it was a great show. Why? Because A, I'm funny. B, I'm entertaining. C, I'm the only vagina allowed on Limo Talk. But it was a lot of fun because I kept on bringing up topics that reminded people of, you know, stuff when they grew up, you know, and it's nice when people reminisce. So it was a really, really good show and we had a lot of fun. But I'm going to get to my guest. As you can see, not in studio guest tonight. He is StreamYarding in tonight from LA. He's an actor, he's a model, and we have a lot of mutual friends. And I'm so blessed and happy that he's joining me tonight. Carlo Mendez is with me. Hi, Carlo.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. Enjoying this weather in California.
Yeah, I'm sure you're enjoying the weather in California. I wish I was there enjoying the weather in California.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it's cold. Tonight it's not that bad. It's only 40 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. But listen, I wanna talk to you about your career. You know, I know you were born in LA, but you were actually raised in Miami, right?
Correct.
And where'd you go to school there?
So I jumped around a lot because my mom moved around a lot. So I went to a couple of different schools, a couple of different high schools, Coral Park, Southwest. I went to a few different middle schools. Gosh, I can't. W.R. Thomas. Oh my God, I can't remember right now. I went to a bunch of different, middle schools. Yeah, I moved around.
What did you do? What did you do after high school? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
After high school, oh my God, very boring. I just worked. I didn't go to college. I never really liked school.
Yeah.
I just ended up getting like odd jobs. I worked at Taco Bell, worked at Sears, at Home Depot, just a bunch of different jobs running around.
And I want to know, you're an actor and you're a model. So I want to know what came first.
Well, here's the funny thing. I've never, ever considered myself a model.
Really?
Yeah, I've gotten modeling jobs.
Well, Carlo, there's a lot of women out there will disagree with you and tell you that you take a very, very nice picture.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But I never went out for modeling. It was never, ever my thing. I'm like, I always grew up thinking, oh, modeling is for guys that are super tall and striking and handsome. So I never saw myself like that. So
right.
I never went out for modeling. It was always for acting. Now, did I book modeling jobs here and there? Yes, I did. But it was never my goal. It was always acting, acting, acting. Modeling wasn't for me, but I'll do it. It's fun.
Well, you know, acting and modeling runs in your family. Bobby's going to put up a picture, you and this beautiful woman. So he's going to throw it up right now. So can you tell me, I don't know, I'm watching what he's doing here in front of me. You have that pic, Bobby? Okay. All right. We're going to throw this pic up and I'm sorry. Sometimes the technology runs a little slow here. All right, we'll come back to it. He'll throw it up. He'll throw it back up. But you actually back in 1995 was your very first. Was it your very first acting gig? You landed a TV series?
Wow, you did your research. Back in '95, I if I remember correctly, I did this thing called Oscuros, Ojo para Oscuros, or something like that. It was a Spanish thing where I don't remember how I got on it, and it was for modeling. And I took off my shirt, and I was really young, and I had to speak in Spanish, and I remember getting so nervous that I messed it up. I only had like 3 things to say, and I was so embarrassed, and I'm walking out there with my shirt off. I'm like, oh my God, this is why I did not want to be a model. I'm like, I don't want to be put in those kind of positions like that. I'd rather be an actor. But yeah, it was
That's
like,
not it. Thank you.
That they got me.
Yeah, it's that one, Bobby. That one. So well, I was saying acting and modeling runs in your family. You want to tell me who that beautiful woman is who's leaning on your shoulder?
That's my sister, yeah.
That is your sister. Yes. And have you ever worked with her professionally?
No, she's recommended me to a couple of projects, but we haven't had a chance to work together yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome if that could happen.
I'm sure it will.
Put it out into the future, out into the universe, make it happen.
Yeah, we've spoken about it. So
well, you know, I have to tell you, you know, you're talking about your body and self-image, and you know, you had put a post on Facebook of yourself with your shirt off, and I don't think Bobby has it because I don't think he has it, but I just want to read to everyone what you wrote. You said, to the dreamers and to those who refuse to give up, to all those who follow me and know my journey, I want to tell you that nothing is impossible. Don't give up. I've seen too many people give up on their dreams lately, and it's sad. Please don't do that. And you said, first off, I'm so excited that you're going to be starring in your first film called Demise, which we're going to be talking about. And that, yes. And then you also go on to say how, you know, you didn't always feel comfortable in your own skin, and that, you know, but that people, you know, who struggle with their career, and that, you know, you were doing a lot of things, and, you know, you were still bartending and, you know, and working in an actor, and you know, it's just words of encouragement and wisdom for those like myself and many out there who are actors and or comedians or have something to do in the entertainment industry. And it gets very, I don't know, it could be depressing at times because, you know, there are times where I'll say, you know, why me? And then I have to turn it around and say, well, why not me? You know what I mean? And, you know, and just keep pushing and not wave that white flag, and don't ever, ever, ever give up.
Yeah, it can be very encouraging, you know. The thing is, but my 3 favorite words of this industry, and this comes mostly, you know, in the entertainment industry, but of course, this could be for anything. If you just want a career like being a cop, a teacher, a professor, whatever it is, but specifically this industry, because I've always believed that, like, if you want to be a cop or you want to be a teacher, scientist, whatever it is, and you really study, do it, discipline yourself, you will become it 100%.
Right.
But this industry of acting, modeling, singing, there's no guarantee. There's no in it. You can still bust your ass and keep going, and there's no guarantee you'll make it. You just have to keep going. So it's a lot of uncertainty. But my favorite 3 words in this industry is you never know. You never know, because today you could be here struggling. Tomorrow you go for that audition or you meet that right person and they push you to the top. And you never know. And that's the beautiful thing about this industry, this journey, is that you never know. You just got to keep going, because you never know if your chances today or tomorrow, the next day, or it could be in 10, 15 years, but you never know. So that's what keeps me going. That's what got to keep you going. knowing that you never know when you're going to make it.
It's true. It's so true. And you know, my dad says those words also. He says you never know. And the other thing is, he always taught me. And I had text you, I think back in January when I first tried to connect with you, when I had Jackie on, you know, Jackie Kaplan Callan on. I had her on, and then I, you know, my dad's famous words are, you know, it never hurts to ask either, you know, and that's what I tell people. You know, I'd love to have you on my show. And you know, my wise Italian father said it never hurts to ask. All a person can say is no. And I'm just thrilled and happy that you said yes.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I love doing these things. So thank you for even asking. There would be no way for me to turn it down.
Well, Carlo, I'm going to take my first break. You're going to stay right there, and everyone else is going to stay right there. And more when we come back with Carlo Mendez. Don't go away.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Well, hi there, Teresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Teresa. Bye.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. Thank you, John York from General Hospital, for those kind words. And Gina, my friend Gina from Rescuing Families. You could go to rescuingfamilies.com and check out their website. Basically, they renovate homes for people with disabilities. It's a great, great organization, nonprofit organization. I'm with actor, model, and we're going to add producer to that title, to those titles, because I think someone's producing something also. Carlo Mendez is here. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
So listen, you have been doing this, like I said, back in 95, you landed your first TV series. How exciting and nervous were you at the same time? Because I know you had mentioned you kind of like messed up some words, but you know what? No one knows that but you.
No, actually, everybody knew that because the presenter, the host, had a correct. So I was really nervous, and it was a Spanish TV show that I went on just for modeling and stuff like that. It was like a gag. It's hard to remember because it was a long time ago, but I got really nervous, and I was like, oh my God. And I have stage fright, so when things are live or in person like that, I get very much nervous.
Yeah.
And I tend to stutter, I tend to overthink, and I tend to let it. So I know there's a lot of people out.
I could totally relate. You know, you've had those butterflies, and you know, you want to nail it, and you know, and you know, sometimes you fumble, and sometimes you don't. But you also have done a lot of movies. You've done a lot of TV series. You've done a lot of shorts. You've done TV, film, commercials. And as far as modeling goes, because you do model, you do a lot of print work, you do fashion, you do catalog work, fitness work, you got a couple of, I think, covers of, I don't know if they're books. I'm not too sure. Bobby's going to put up some pictures, and then you're going to tell me actually what they are, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to throw them up. That's Bad Dad Rehab. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's a movie that I did that in November of 2020. That was I shot in Atlanta. That was an awesome little role. I feel like it was one of the first roles that I got where I just played a normal guy, because usually I play character or off the
Yeah.
book, the cuff type of thing. But that was just a normal, nice guy dad, where his son is just like out of control, and then I go to a bad dad rehab, because not necessarily because I'm a bad dad, but it's because I'm too much of a pushover. I'm too nice with my son.
Yeah.
So we go through this.
Rob, you can get rid of that pic. I don't want to keep covering up Carlos's face. A lot of women want to see that smile and that face.
Yeah, so it was a fun role, and it was just like a dad who's trying to like connect with his son because his father left him, and he was trying to be the best that he can be. And what we have to remember is that whether we're parents or our parents, we remember that they don't have a playbook. We have to learn things as we go. I'm not a dad or a parent or anything like that, but that I might, and I realized that during the movie.
You're an uncle.
I'm sorry?
You're an uncle.
I'm an uncle. Oh yeah, I'm an uncle like 20 times over.
You're an uncle. But you were on 90210 back in the day. You were on Parks and Recreations. You actually played Eduardo.
Yeah.
Eduardo. And I have to say, you were very funny. You were very funny. From what I saw and what I remember, you were very, very funny. Also, Real Rob. That was with Rob Schneider, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That was also hysterical.
He's so funny. He's so good. And it makes sense. A lot of people see him in the funny roles, but he's very good at drama as well. He's a very great dramatic actor. And I hope that he does something in the future where you can see his dramatic skills. He is amazing. But he directed it, produced it, he wrote it, co-wrote it with his partner and his wife, I believe. And he was just so great to work with. And he was always one of my favorite comedians growing up.
Yeah. Watched him on SNL. Yeah.
It was awesome to work with him when I first saw him like 20 years ago in a movie, and then 20 years later, I'm like, wow, awesome.
It's like a pinch me moment, right?
It really was. It really was.
Wow. And then you were in Super Donuts, and you did listen, this one I love. You did Robert Townsend's Diaries of a Single Mom.
Yeah.
And that was with Billy D. Williams was in that.
Yeah, there was some big actors.
Roundtree. I mean, Monica. I mean, you. That was a great cast.
Yeah, Leon was in it, which he was so intense.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's so good. Yeah, that was great too. That one I played the opposite of a good dad. I played a terrible dad and a young dad, and just a jerk and a drunk and stuff like that. But that was something great and fun that I worked on as well, because I just like delving into different kind of scenarios and characters and stuff. So yeah.
Do you like do you find dramatic roles more challenging for you? Because I feel like comedy comes natural to you.
Yeah, dramatic roles, for me, they're easy. Getting mad and being dramatic, that comes easy. I work on that in the mirror every single day. That's easy. The hard part is comedy.
Really? But you made it, see, now to me, you made it look so easy.
Oh, really? Well, thank you. Yeah, to me, I really have to work on my comedy. I love being funny, and I love entertaining people, and I love making them laugh. But comedy is hard because it's all about timing. How do you say it? What you say? It's just there's just so many things in it. Anybody can get up and scream and just be dramatic, I believe.
Right.
That's why there's only like one Jim Carrey, one Robin Williams, of these actors of these calibers, but there's a bunch of dramatic actors, right? In my opinion.
Right.
But yeah, so I love the comedy aspect of it. It's just so much fun. Who isn't having a good time when they're laughing?
It's true. This is so true. And like I said, you've done a lot of things. You've done the TV, you've done movies, you've done shorts. As actors, we always want to be doing something.
Yeah.
What did you do during COVID? Because a lot of people were reflecting. I was joking. I do stand-up comedy too, and I was joking how either a lot of people got divorced or a lot of people got pregnant. So, and then during COVID, a lot of people were doing and still are doing, virtual auditions and trying to, But during COVID, what were you doing?
Well, COVID, the first 3-4 months, it was a nice break. Not that COVID was nice to have, of course not, but it was out of my control. It was a nice break for 3 or 4 months because I was like, because I've been working and busting my butt since I was 15. So it was the first time in almost 30 years that I had nothing to do. nothing. I would just sit at home and do nothing. And after those 3 months, I was like, okay, enough is enough. I get bored very easily. I had to get back out there. So I didn't do much. I stayed busy, a little bit of outside work, bartending that I got called in for here and there.
Right.
And maybe even a couple of little acting jobs. And I did that one in November of 2020, but it was there wasn't really much going on. So all I did was just try to exercise as much as I can on my own and just reflect on certain things.
I'm just going to ask you how many times a week you work out. Do you work out every day? I mean, obviously you have, Bobby, you want to throw up a couple of more pictures of his physique. You know, you stay in shape. There's some pictures that you had sent me. I mean, do you work out every day, and do you watch what you eat, and do you indulge in some pollo every now and then, or pasteles, or
I work out 6 days a week, and believe it or not, I hate the gym. I'd rather be doing anything else but the gym. But what I hate more is the way I feel if I don't go to the gym. Outweighs that.
Right.
But I hate it. Make no mistake about it. I hate it. But I go 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. I rest on Sundays. If I miss a day here and there, that's because of work or whatever. And for the most part, I do watch what I eat. I'm not Nazi about it. I will eat like bread or fries. I just ate In-N-Out right now on the way over here. I'm not about it because I do work out every day, but I walk away from processed food, sugar, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you alternate the weights with cardio?
I don't do cardio, but because I
Okay.
have a fast metabolism,
Okay.
I will lose everything.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I try not to do too much cardio already. Yeah.
All right.
I'll lose like 10 pounds in 2 weeks if I do cardio.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You can't bottle that and sell that, Carlo.
Right? Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Wow. And of course, staying hydrated is very important too. Agua. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I totally hear you. Listen, we're going to go to my next commercial break. You're going to stay there. Everyone's going to stay there. Thank you, everyone, for watching the show. Please like it. Please share it. I just want to say Tea Time, my show, has been nominated for a 3rd year in a row. Beth Page, Best of Long Island. Thank you. You can go to Strong Island Television's Facebook page or my Facebook page, and you can vote. I'm just, it's just so privileged and honored to be nominated. But and also, Tea Time can be seen on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV, everywhere podcasts can be heard, and every Saturday at 11 a.m. Saturday, because on my last show, when I was leaving, I said Sunday, and I was like, hello. Saturdays, 11 a.m. on Channel 20 for people on Long Island who get Optimum. So Carlo's going to stay right there. You're going to stay right there, and we'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Teresa Canastraci Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Teresa on Facebook. Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tea Time. It is Thanksgiving week. I hope everyone's ready for Thursday. I know I'm going to my sister's in Dix Hills, and I got a lot of food I got to make. There's going to be 30 of us. But enough of that. Let's bring back Carlo. Carlo Mendez. Hello. He's in L.A. You're in L.A.? Are you in L.A.?
I'm in L.A. I'm in Hollywood right now, in the middle of the
Hollywood.
No, what?
How long have you been there? You've been there a really, really, really long time, right?
Yeah, I moved back out in ending 2007, beginning 2008. So yeah, so.
Do you miss Miami?
I miss my family, like the little bit of family I have out there. Well, the family that I have out there, but I love LA more. I have to say, Miami's fun, and I'll go back and visit. But there's just something about LA that's very special, unique, and it's so much bigger, so much more to explore here over Miami.
Right. The acting, has it taken you to many places where you've traveled?
Believe it or not, no. I mean, I shot a movie in Atlanta, Vegas, but I've been to Vegas plenty of times before. But most of it has been local. Here, Vegas a couple of times, Atlanta once, and that's pretty much it. Because this is where it's mostly at. But most of the shows that I've done, even the movies, mostly shot out here in LA.
Well, I'm gonna announce it now. If you're ever in New York, I have a chair to the left of me, so you're invited in studio, my friend.
Love to do it. Really.
Have you ever been to New York?
I have. I've been actually 3 times, and it's just for like a week and a half.
Yeah, but when you come to New York, a lot of people, they come to New York for the first time. They only go to Manhattan.
Yeah,
and they don't go to the outer boroughs, or we have cows and farms.
Yeah,
I
did some driving around, and I saw there's a lot of openness out there too.
Yes, yes.
Did that?
All of New York State is like Manhattan, and it's not.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the legend of Jack and Diane. And Bobby's going to put up a picture. Again, that was with Robert Lozado, who I've had on the show. Tom Sizemore. It's not the best picture, Tom. He's kind of like looking down at it like that. But there the three of you are. And it's a very, very good film, I have to say. And it was also directed. It's a Bruce Bellocci. I'm not going to say his name right. Bellocci?
I believe it is, yeah.
Bellocci film. Actually, Bruce is from Merrick, Long Island, and I invited him on the show, and hopefully I'm going to get him on the show. But tell me about that. I know Jackie Kaplan-Callan, who's also a mutual friend of ours, was a producer on that show. You played Stanley Montana?
I did. I played a detective, a good boy detective with a funny, weird kind of fetishes and sense of humor, mostly sense of humor. And Robert Lozado plays my dad, and Tom Sizemore plays my partner. And yeah, it's a very interesting, quirky little movie. I had such a great time filming it. Working with Tom also was awesome because he's been in like 4 of my 5 favorite movies, that he's worked on. And then to work with Tom, that was amazing too. I was like, my God, you've been in some of the movies that I loved growing up watching. So it was awesome, but it was a fun movie to make. And Robert Lozado was just awesome. He's so
great.
Good.
He's great. I hope to have him back on the show. He's really good. I was hoping to work with him in LA. It was going to happen and it fell through. So maybe in the future, we'll see what happens. What about When It Rains? Tell me about that. You played Ned.
Oh, sorry, you cut out a little bit.
When It Rains. You did When It Rains. You played Ned.
When It Rains, that was a short film that I did as well with a director who likes writing very nuanced kind of films and stuff like that. And that was an off the wall character too, which I kind of like playing. But that was an interesting. I haven't seen the whole thing yet because she's still like in the process of doing it and stuff like that. But it was an interesting film.
So let's talk about Demise, because Demise, you're starring in this. You're starring in this, and you play Caleb. So tell me about that.
Yeah. Demise, I really liked. Okay, I really love that. Actually, that I'm doing this film. This is my first starring role.
Yes. How exciting is that?
It is because at 44, it was my first starring role, and it was also because I've done a lot of like movies here and there, but I've never been like number 1 on the call sheet as a leading man. And I always thought to myself, well, if it's meant to be for me to be a leading man, then it'll happen. If it's not, I'm okay with that too. I just want to do it.
Yes.
But yeah, it was great. It's such a great script written by Yara Estrada. And everybody in that film was amazing. It's my first starring role, but I was really like lock into some things that a lot of people didn't think I had, like some crying scenes, some explosive scenes. And
Wow.
it was just exciting because this is what I want to do. I want to be making films, be in movies, and it was
I
just
hear
like
ya.
thing, which was super exciting for me for the first time, but also so nerve-wracking because you have to be good, you have to be interesting. So I don't know if I fit into the good and interesting aspect of it because it's hard to judge myself, but I'm very excited. It hasn't come out yet, but I've seen some clips. It looks really good. So I'm just hoping that people will see it, like it, and I'm hoping that it will also get me more work, continue more work as an
Right,
actor.
right. Well, I'm sure it will. You have a few more here. You have Foreverland.
Foreverland.
No?
I can't remember that
How
one.
about Born to Hustle? Do you remember that one?
Yes, I just shot that one not too long ago with Liana Mendoza. That's also I play a normal guy who's just a corporate working guy who goes out to I don't know, a few dates with this woman who's involved in some criminal activity, and I have no idea.
Ooh.
Double life, and it's good. It's interesting, and it's we just shot that a couple months ago, and now it's in the post production.
Now you're producing LA Force.
Yes, so LA Force, I'm helping produce with Giovanni Zolko. That one, we're doing it basically for no budget. We've been shooting that for over a year. We shot that a little bit over on and off in the pandemic, where it's these four guys who come together who their wives were murdered, and they come together because they found out there was a connection between all of them.
Wow.
And then they get together to go after the people responsible who murdered their wives and are just tired of the crime and that's happening in LA with drugs and gangs and violence. So they come together kind of like a mercenary group to take care of these people.
Now you're not only producing it, you're in it, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And who do you play?
I play John.
You play one of the husbands?
I'm one of the husbands. Yes. I'm one of the mercenary husbands. Yes. So my wife in the film, she goes to get her hair done at a salon and and the salon gets shot up.
Oh, wow.
But it was just a random like drive-by shooting, and then we find out it was
innocent victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah,
so how long now? You're done filming that, correct?
I have like one more scene to go, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So how long did that all take you to film?
Ooh, that's gonna be a good year, probably a good year to film that, because that one we did it all on our own, and we had to wait for other actors to be available.
Right.
Available and stuff like that, and just getting locations, favors. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes if you got a passion project, you just can't wait. You just got to go out there and shoot it and make it happen. And Giovanni Zolko, who's a writer and director, he's made 90% of the movie done, and he's going to be doing it all on editing. So yeah,
it's a labor of love.
Yeah, it's a labor of love. Correct. Yeah.
And then when it's all done, you give birth to it, and then you go, oh my goodness, look what we just did.
Yes, that's the exciting part of it. Yeah.
It's great. You have some things. I just want people to know where they can find you. I usually say this at the end of the show, but I want to get it in now. It's Carlo Mendez, Mendez on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's C Mendez 78.
Correct.
Just so people, know where to find you, follow you. They want to see what you're doing, what's coming up next. Bobby, you want to throw up a couple of pictures that are left up there? A couple of them, I think. Tell me about that. That's a print.
That's a print job. That's a romance cover novel.
Yeah, I knew it was a romance cover novel, but how cool that you're on the cover of you like the updated. I'm not into blondes, so I'm going to say better version of Fabio because I remember Fabio back in the day used to be on all those, novels, and now we have you.
Yeah, so it's fun. I think I submitted myself for that, and I booked it, and then the photographer uses me for almost every book cover there is, as long as the client wants it.
I think there's another one too, right, Bobby? I think there's one more. That is. Tell me about that, because I think I want to buy some of that rosé.
So this
Rosa. Listen, you're on a billboard. Hello.
This is funny. So that exact quote not it's not supposed to be an original thing being done. So we're supposed. It's a bunch of us, doing print jobs, but it's fun. I love doing print because it's so fun. So I'm doing that. We're all just taking sips, pretending we're drinking, stuff like that. So during the break, first time, let's take a quick break. I laid down on the table and I asked one of the other actors, I'm like, hey, just take a couple pictures of me like this. So like that, just like that. And the photographer saw it. He's like, wait, stay there. He goes and he takes a picture of it. And he goes, I love it. I'm like, oh, cool. And I didn't think it would make anything of it because it wasn't supposed to be, it wasn't part of the plan or the structure. And that's what they ended up using. They put that in up in West Hollywood on a billboard. So it was like, it's so funny that I have that there, and it wasn't even part of the plan of me laying
it's like,
down.
You know what it is sometimes those like impromptu things that happen.
Yeah.
You know, that's so cool. Bobby got another one. I think the 2 above it, I think. No, that one. Oh, that one. Tell me about that one.
Oh, that's working with.
That's from Rob's show, right?
That's the real Rob show. That was so fun because that was my character in that one is an actor. So that's like a telenovela inside of the show.
Yes, yes.
Rob's wife.
Yes.
It was so funny telenovela, overacting where
I
throw it.
It's so dramatic, and I watched the video, and then at the very, very end, you give that camera, you're looking at the camera, and I laughed. It was so funny.
Yeah, Rob's like winking to the camera. I was like, all right, and did it. It was so much fun to play that role. Oh my god, yeah.
It was great. How long did you work with Rob on that?
So for a few weeks, like 2-3 weeks, I believe 2 or 3 episodes. So it was just, I worked with him in Vegas, and then we shot some stuff out here. So it was a span of like 2.5-3 weeks of just shooting a couple of days here, 3-4 days there, just getting all the locations and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was so much. Yeah, we hit it up.
It was fun to watch. It was very, 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 very fun to watch. When you are, I also have here, where's the other one? Oh, Mobland?
Mobland. So I haven't shot that yet. So maybe a couple of these, like Foreverland and Mobland.
Okay, it's not in post. Okay.
Yeah,
and sometimes, Carlo, we start off doing a movie that's called one thing, and then all of a sudden,
something else.
They changed the name.
Yeah, so there's like on my IMDb, like there's still like a good like 7 or 8 projects that I haven't filmed yet that are just either waiting for locations or funding or just permission to get going. So yeah, there's
pre. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have like 5 that are in pre right now.
Oh yeah,
right?
So, yeah, like a good 5 then. Yeah.
Are there any that you can talk about?
So those like I have scripts and I read them a while ago. I'd have to look and see which ones. But
that one called "Forget About It."
The what?
It's called "Forget About It."
See, that's another one that's in pre-production that we're going to be shooting in. Gosh, we might be shooting like in Denver or somewhere.
Oh, right. So you might be traveling for that one.
Yeah, so that's like a little mob thing. That one, I don't want to give away too much, but I'm just in the beginning part of that. But what happens to my character is pretty interesting and pretty shocking. So
now, the Butch Cassidy's Forgotten Outlaw. Should I assume that that's a Western?
That's a Western that I have a friend of mine who's writing and directing it. I'm looking here at my IMDb to see the majority of these I haven't shot yet. I have not
because they're all in pre. Yeah,
they're all pre-production. They're all just finishing to get production or getting it to funding and stuff like that. Like Blackjack Christmas, I did shoot that. That was
yeah.
fun.
Tell me about that Blackjack Christmas.
Yeah,
Joe. You played a guy named Joe.
Joe, yeah,
right?
And I have a small cameo in that one because I work with Victoria Rawell, who I worked with in Rich and the Ruthless, who I love. She's amazing. She's been in a bunch of soap operas. She was in Dumb and Dumber. Just a great, amazing, fantastic woman. Great actress, great director, and love working with her. So she's like, "Hey, Carlo, I have this small role, but I'd love for you to do." I'm like, "Anything to work with you, count me in. I don't care if it's 1 or 2 lines.
Oh, that's nice.
You don't care. I don't care if it's 1 or 2 lines or whatever, or cameo. Just put me in there to work with you."
That's what that's what it is, and I think that's the heart of a true artist.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same way. It's like I do a lot of indie stuff, and sometimes I get paid, and sometimes I don't. I do it for the love of it. I eat, sleep, and breathe, acting. It's in my bones. And if someone calls me up, I have someone doing a series right now, and we filmed the pilot. And now it's just a matter of, they have 9 more that are written. It's just a matter of now seeing if someone will pick it up. And it's all about the fuzzles. It's all about, if you could come up with the money to continue making it and then seeing if someone could distribute it. It's a process, people. I think a lot of people don't realize, how long things take. That's like, we could be talking about something now that won't be coming out for a year from now,
Yeah. People don't realize, they see the glitz and the glamour. Like people who have no idea about the industry see the glitz and the glamour, like, oh, it's easy for them and this and that. No, there's a lot of interruptions, a lot of heartache, a lot of ups and downs. As actors, we get rejected more in a month than most people get rejected in their entire lifetime that are not in the industry. There's a lot of things behind it. And one of the thoughts and ideas I've had is I'm getting more into like the artistic side of it, like behind the scenes, where I might want to like shoot a little short or something about showing the life of an actor behind the camera, the glitz and the glamour, because there's
Love that
a lot.
idea. It's a great idea. It sounds like a documentary.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it being a documentary, but maybe, yeah, showing something. It's not always glitz and glamour, Yeah, we get paid a lot of money, but because the industry makes that kind of money, it makes it, it produces that. But there's a lot of heartache and breakups and struggle with this industry.
Well, today I know that I'm learning because I just landed my first TV series, which I'm thrilled about. But a lot of things, thank you. But a lot of things are like when you get on a set, you have to ask for a waiver, right? Or a voucher.
Okay.
Or a waiver, something to show that you because in order to join the union, join SAG, you have to have 3 vouchers, and it's either, I think it's 1 leading role with lines or 3 backgrounds, or whatever it is. Because a friend of mine, Johnny, there's a series called Gravesend, which is on Amazon Prime. You can actually watch it, and Chaz Palminteri's in it, and my friend Johnny landed the role playing his son. So
cool.
He became SAG overnight. I'm like, isn't that great?
Yeah. It's expensive now too.
$3,100.
Gosh, when I joined, it was like a little over 2,000. So that's 3,100. Wow, that's expensive.
Well, back in high school, I remember it was like $750 or something. It was like,
And the reason that I say that's a lot because most actors that get that aren't working actors, obviously. They're struggling still to get it. So that's a lot of money to come up with to get into the union.
It is. And a lot of people, I've had other people tell me and other people, don't be in such a hurry to become union because there's so much more non-union work out there. And even and this is the catch-22 that some people might not know about. As non-union, you can work union, but as union, you can't work non-union.
No, you can't. You get fined. From what I understand, you get fined or something
if you get caught.
Yeah, if you get caught, and they take away your voting rights and your health insurance.
Right. Yeah, no, you don't want that to happen. But you know what has to happen? My last commercial break. So stay right there, Carlo, and everyone else stay right there. We'll be back after this.
Yeah.
Don't go away.
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best actress you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrow.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrow.
Stop. Who's your favorite Guinea?
Teresa Farrow.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrow.
All right, Chuck. I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doc Gooden. Doc Gooden's supposed to be at Mateo's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So if you want to call, make reservations, have dinner there. Hopefully I'm going to be going, and I'm going to be seeing my good friend, Doc Gooden. Very, very, very excited about that. And we're doing Bat Boy, a Yankee Miracle, on Tuesday the 29th at the Yogi Berra Museum. As most of you know, I play Aunt Olga Negron in the beginning of the play Heaven, the ditzy blonde, and the show sold out as far as I know. So I will keep on announcing when we're going to be doing it, and hopefully we're going to be traveling with it again. But I want to bring back Carlo Mendez. He is an actor. He is a model. I don't care what he says. The man takes a great picture, and he's on the cover and billboards and hello books and novels. And he's a producer. He's actually producing LA Force and also starring in Demise. And I'm just so excited for you. You've come a long way, and again, perseverance. And I know that you have a special someone in your life who is in your corner, and her name's Mom.
Yeah. When I first told my few family members I want to be an actor, everybody encouraged me. I was always on the wrong side. Being in Miami, it's more about modeling or in the Spanish industry. But I've always wanted to be an actor. It was something that was just in me to be an actor. And one day I remember I was just bored, and I told my mom I'm moving to LA, and I packed all my stuff into my car and I drove out to LA.
Wow.
And still struggled. I did it back and forth a couple of times because I got discouraged. I wanted to quit. I went back home to an ex-girlfriend at the time, and it was tough. It was tough until I decided I can't keep going back and forth. This is driving me crazy. I need to just man up, keep going no matter how long it takes, and not give up.
Yeah, that's it. Like you said, you never know.
You never know. I honestly, even though I envisioned everything that I want in my life, but when it happens, I'm still like, wow, this is happening. This is awesome.
Right.
This actually be on TV. And I've done it, basically all on my own, with just the perseverance of not quitting, going and working hard, really busting my butt, really.
Yeah. Me too. I mean, nothing was handed to me. Everything I have, my mom put me on stage when I was 4 years old, dancing, and I've been acting my whole life, whether it's community theater or school, and then graduating as I get older into bigger and better things. But you grow up with this fire and desire in you, and then when you're actually doing it and you're on set, it's really taking that moment and looking around and really soaking it in and appreciating the moment, because we get so wrapped up sometimes that we forget to stop and actually look around, and and you're like, wow, I go, there's Nick Turturro, and I'm like, wow, and I'm like, wow, and I'm here. What am I doing here? And it's wild, isn't it?
It's amazing, yes.
It's a crazy ride, Carlo. It's a crazy ride.
It is, and I'm all for it.
I know. It's great. I am, again, I'm just so happy that you came on my show. It means the world to me. It really does. That you're taking, this time out to join me. I know a lot of people were very, very excited you were coming on. And, when the show's over, again, I'm going to share it all over the place. I'll send it to you. You can share it wherever you want also. Bobby, the thing's not up. So I think I have about 5 more minutes left.
Yeah, you got about 7 minutes.
Oh, I got about 7 minutes left. That's good. So listen, I have 7 more minutes with you, which I'm happy about. And I wanted to ask you, is there anything that you haven't done in this crazy entertainment industry of ours that you want to do? Have you ever done or thought about doing live theater or singing? Do you sing at all?
Oh, no singing. No, I'm a terrible singer and I have no passion for it at all. No, I'll do drunk singing at karaoke, but that's as far as it goes.
Right.
Live theater is one thing. I like to conquer my fears. So one of my biggest fears in the
That'll help you.
is live theater. I did a little small play where I had just 3 lines, but I want to get more into it because also it's a challenge and it's a fear of mine.
Yeah.
And I guess the other thing is just like, be a working actor. And one thing I want to say to anybody who's watching is make no mistake about it. I may have all these little credits here and this and that, but I'm still not a working actor. I still work as a bartender 3 or 4 or 5 times a night. I wake up, I'll go to bed at 3 in the morning, wake up at 7 to go to an acting job and this and that. I'm still struggling as an actor, but I'm okay with that because I know that I'm not going to give up and I'm going to continue going. And for anybody out there who's chasing their dreams, don't give up. I'm still busting my ass to get what I want and audition and work hard in acting classes. And just don't give up because you never know. You never know. I'm still struggling.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your honesty and really putting it out there because like you said, a lot of people think things are handed to you and they're not. You're working for everything that you get and you appreciate it more that way.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and people it's funny because here's the one thing when I'm working at the bar and I'm bartending, people, oh, you're an actor, right? Or your sister so and so. Why are you here? What do you think I get things handed to me because I look like this or because I'm related to something? No, I want to bust my ass and I want to work for it myself because that's the only way that it's gonna fulfill my dreams, my soul, and I don't want anything to me. I want to bust.
It's kind of like it's nice when people have you in mind for a role. They've worked with you before and they want to work with you again. And you mentioned that earlier. It's something that you're working for and it's fulfilling that dream. And again, you never know and don't give up. But how much of a positive is being bilingual? Because you are bilingual.
Yeah. Spanish. My mom and my dad only.
Yes. You grew up speaking Spanish. So I know that, there have been some parts where, and I've seen things that you've been in where you've, have spoken Spanish. And then then a little broken English which I thought was hysterical on Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, there's a few projects where I had to, and it's your typical thing, like, oh, he's Latin, so he's going to have a really thick accent and stuff. Right. And it's mostly just comedy roles, which is fun. But yeah, and then there's been some Spanish stuff. I will admit I hate acting in Spanish because it's a whole different process of it. And even though I know Spanish fluently, there are still words I cannot pronunciate correctly.
Right.
So when I try to say it, I'll mess it up. And I'm like, oh my God, I got it wrong. And then it makes me more nervous, more self-conscious. So I try to stay away from acting projects in Spanish. I'll do interviews in Spanish, but I'll stay away from them unless it's catered to me, unless it's catered to somebody who's Cuban, because I got a really strong Cuban accent. If they're okay and they cater to me, then I can do it. But if they want a neutral Spanish accent, if I'm going to say some big words, I'm like, I'm out.
I have to tell you, my cousin Michael married a beautiful Cuban girl named Hortensia.
See?
And we love going there for the holidays. And I'm 100% Sicilian. I'm actually Italian. Don't let Farrell fool you. But we love mixing the Cuban and the Italian. And oh my God, her rice is to die for. And, we're looking forward to the holidays now. But and she's got these beautiful Cuban and Italian kids that are just gorgeous. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. I'm gonna send you some pictures.
Yeah, cute.
One of her daughters is just stunning. I mean, they're all stunning. I don't want to just say one of my cousins. They're all stunning. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing that you have your familia and your mother behind you. That's what I was getting at when I said you had that special one woman, and it's your mom.
Yeah, mom. Yeah, she pushes me. She gives me her advice, and I got a lot of my work ethic from her. She's just like, don't give up, keep going.
Yeah.
You never know.
Isn't that nice? That's great. It's great. Yeah. Bobby, what do we got? Yeah. What? Oh, right now. Okay, listen, because he usually puts up a clock. I don't have it in front of me. So, Carlo, I apologize. Listen, Carlo Mendez. Follow him on Facebook, and it's C Mendez, Mendez 78 on Instagram. I want to wish everyone, Carlo, don't go away. You're going to stay right there. I want to wish everyone a happy and a healthy and blessed Thanksgiving. Tell everyone you love them, people. And I'll see you next week. Ciao, everybody.